ơi cha.
Dad would also take the time to gently massage his little monkey, helping Lily fully relax and prepare for a long day full of energy. After that, Dad would carefully apply a layer of moisturizing cream to Lily's small face, all while talking to her, creating a loving morning ritual. Little Chun Lily's close friend, and also like an older sister, often came to play and created endless fun with Lily. The two sisters would often play together with a small bucket, inside which were attractive yellow square pieces of food. Chun's giggles and Lily's cheerful sounds echoed through the space, creating an atmosphere filled with joy. After hours of playing, Dad would join the two sisters to prepare a meal, guiding Chun and Lily on how to arrange the food, creating a meaningful shared activity.
Chúng em đi làm gì đây? Sữa xả thang như này. Hả? Xả thang như này. Hết sữa rồi. Sữa ba rồi. Hả? Hai này em uống được đâu, thấy chưa? Đi đứng im nào, không nghịch nữa chưa? Đừng nghịch nữa. Rồi cái này đưa đây bác. Làm đây đi, làm đây nào. Làm chưa? Thế này, làm thử cái món mới thế này. Nhanh lên. Ở đây này, đây này.
Em đi kéo chị á.
Em kéo chị em nằm này. Ôi chà. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, đây cho em đi chưa? Nha. Nha. Chúng để cho em nhé. Em làm nhé. Chưa? Đây nè, đây nè, đây nè. Đúng rồi, đây là một cái nhé. Đúng rồi, đây cho em nhé. Anh làm nhé. Đúng rồi, cho em ngoan đi chưa? Để anh nghịch nhé. Món này.
One of the most memorable moments in Lily's day was when she joined Dad in the kitchen to showcase her chef skills with sushi.
Này nha.
Dad patiently guided Lily step by step. Lily enjoyed watching Dad cut small, beautiful pieces of cucumber and sausage. Occasionally, Dad would offer Lily a taste, and the little monkey would happily nibble her round eyes full of delight. Finally, when the cute little sushi rolls were finished, Dad cut them into bite-sized pieces and placed them in Lily's hand. The little monkey savored the sushi she had helped make. With great enjoyment, it was a unique and delightful culinary experience. Not only was Lily cared for and pampered, but she was also taught important life lessons by Dad and Chun about independence and tidiness. One time, Lily tried to peel a boiled egg by herself, but her tiny fingers were still clumsy. Dad gently helped peeling the egg and giving the yolk to Lily. After that, Dad also taught Lily how to get a milk carton and drink from it with a straw. Lily skillfully held the carton, inserted the straw, and sipped slowly. When she finished, Lily didn't forget to put the empty carton in the trash, and then consciously wiped her mouth and hands with a tissue. These small but meaningful actions showed that Lily was growing every day, not just physically, but also in awareness. Lily's day continued with new joys. Soon after, Dad invited Lily to sit down and continue her meal with a ripe yellow banana that had been carefully peeled. The moment Lily happily gnawed on each piece of banana brought a strangely peaceful and happy feeling.
Thế rồi, đây. Rồi biết rồi. Con ngồi đi, ngồi đây đi. Ngồi chờ đi. Ngồi chờ đi. Ngồi chờ đi, ngồi chờ đi. Ngồi chờ đây. Đúng rồi. Đó, ngồi xuống. Đấy. Đấy. Đây. Đây này, cầm tay này. Đó. Ăn đi. Sao đấy? Sao đấy? Chưa hiểu. Đúng rồi. Nữa hả? Rồi ngồi đi, ngồi ghế đi. Đi đây. Ani. Lily. đi ngồi nữa. Đúng rồi. Ngồi đây, đấy nhá. Ngồi đấy nhá. Cái này đấy. Đấy. Đúng rồi. Ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi. Thôi. Nè. Đấy. Đi đã. Đi nào. Đi đấy chứ. Ừ. Có nhìn nữa chứ nhỉ? Muộn quá. Đấy. Đây này. Ngồi xuống đi, ngồi xuống. Ngồi xuống đây. Ngồi xuống. Ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi, đúng rồi, giỏi. Nè, cho Ly nè. Đó. Trong ngoài đó. Rồi, đi đây. Đấy rồi. Đó, giỏi. Ngồi ghế đi, ngồi ghế đi. Đúng rồi, ngồi xuống, ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi. Cái cầm này, cái cầm này. Đấy, đấy, từ từ, từ từ. Từ từ, từ từ. Đúng rồi, đó. Hay đâu. Nha. Đó, giỏi. Ngồi ghế đi, ngồi ghế đi. Ngồi xuống, ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi. Cái cầm này, cái cầm này. Đấy, đấy, từ từ, từ từ. Từ từ, từ từ. Đúng rồi, đó. Hay đâu. Đây, đây. Đó. Rồi, ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi, đúng ngồi xuống. Đấy, ngồi im. Úp. Úp. Đấy. Rồi, ngồi đây. Ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi, giỏi. Tay nè. Tay ra nè, tay ra nè. Đúng rồi, giỏi. Ngon không? Ngon không?
Not stopping there, their adventure continued into the lush green garden.
Cái bốc đã ăn bẩn lắm, thấy chưa? Tối về đau bụng đấy nha.
Chụp các cái cạp đẹp quá vậy, cái ba lô đẹp quá vậy.
Ba lô đựng
Ba lô
đựng
đựng
đồ,
gì, đừng biết.
đựng đồ đi chơi.
Trước một bỏ bây giờ.
Here, both Dad and Lily collected fresh vegetables, and Lily eagerly tried crispy carrots freshly picked from the soil. That's how Lily learned about the origin of food and grew to love healthy meals. As evening approached, the atmosphere in the house became cozy. Dad was enjoying his vegetables, while Lily seemed very interested in the green dish, constantly trying to ask for more. This interaction showed the adorable comfort and closeness between father and daughter.
Này, ăn rau này. Rau có cánh ngọt. Đây này. Đây đi. Tập cho con ăn rau đấy. Kìa, mình phải ăn nó thấy nó ăn đấy. Nó thấy mình ăn rau nó ăn đấy. 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 Ăn cũng phải tập luyện. Thấy rồi. Đúng rồi.
Uh-oh.
However, the most delightful and surprising part of the day was when Lily expressed a desire for yogurt. With complete trust in Lily's abilities, Dad gave her some money, and miraculously Lily went to buy the yogurt herself. This was truly a brave and independent shopping trip, demonstrating her excellent learning and adaptability skills. Finally, Lily sat on her chair, savoring her cool yogurt, her face beaming with
Mua
satisfaction.
gì? Mua gì? Mua sữa chua hả? À rồi.
The story unfolds on a lush green lawn near a beach where the father is taking a stroll. Closely following is Lily the monkey, dressed in a yellow shirt and black shorts, brimming with energy. Lily quickly initiates a lively chase with her father, creating a vibrant and cheerful opening to the video. Soon after, another adorable family member appears, a kitten with light orange and white fur and curious blue eyes sitting on the grass. Without hesitation, Lily approaches her feline friend, and a gentle yet affectionate wrestle ensues on the green lawn. This moment instantly solidifies the special connection between the two young pals. The video continues with touching scenes where Lily demonstrates her tenderness. We see Lily gently petting the kitten as it lies on its back, an action that reveals deep affection. Afterward, they both crawl together on the grass, exploring their surroundings with innocent curiosity. Another significant moment is when the father gently places the kitten into a cardboard box, with Lily attentively watching from the edge. This not only showcases the animal's trust in their father, but also highlights the strong bond within this family.
Gì Ly? Hả? Thấy cái thùng lắm hả? Đi qua đây ngồi. Ly. Ly, lấy hộp kia. Từ từ thôi. Vội vậy hả?
Once indoors, their family bond becomes even more evident. The father lovingly applies eye drops to the kitten's eyes and then gently cleans them with a cotton swab, while Lily remains close by observing every action. This emphasizes the care and love the father has for both of his special companions.
Thấy không? Đẹp không? Đẹp không?
The latter part of the video features exhilarating and creative playtime. Lily and the kitten engage in a game of hide and seek, with the kitten cleverly concealing itself under a green plastic stool, and Lily trying to find it. The kitten also hides in a cardboard box, and Lily jumps in and out of the box with delight. They continue their playful chasing and wrestling throughout the room, using the stool, a small wooden table, and the box as props for their games. One pristine early morning, when the air was still crystal clear and cool, carrying the pure breath of the earth and sky, little monkey Lily, after awakening, and perhaps having had some small playful moments, some lazy stretches in her warm bed, was gently brought by Dad to her familiar little table. This was where the exciting activities of a new day often began, where Lily felt Dad's meticulous care. Here she was prepared by Dad in a new outfit, to start the day neatly, tidily, and utterly adorably. Dad gently dressed Lily in a soft t-shirt, perhaps in a bright, cheerful color, like the morning sun, then a pair of comfortable shorts, notably to add a touch of charm, and also perhaps to shield her from the somewhat harsh summer sun. For their upcoming outing, a small, pretty hat, maybe a baseball cap with a cute motif or a soft fabric hat with a brim, was carefully placed on Lily's small, pretty head by Dad. He even skillfully adjusted the strap for a perfect fit. Lily seemed very cooperative throughout this beautification process. She obediently lifted her arms and legs for Dad to dress her, occasionally looking up at him with her big, round, dark eyes, a clear, trusting gaze, as if she was very eager and completely ready for the wonderful adventures that lay ahead with her greatest companion. After being all spruced up, looking neat, adorable, and quite stylish, Dad and Lily went out of the house together. They walked hand in hand, or Dad carried Lily along the familiar village path, winding and meandering. On both sides of the path were rows of green trees, their leaves rustling in the early morning breeze, like a welcoming committee waving to father and daughter. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating shimmering dancing patterns on the path. Lily was visibly thrilled with the fresh, clear air and the peaceful, rustic scenery of the morning. Her bright, intelligent eyes constantly darted back and forth, curiously observing everything around her with a boundless inquisitiveness. There were birds flitting from branch to branch, singing their cheerful morning melodies. Here were butterflies of various colors, from brilliant yellow to gentle sapphire blue, fluttering gracefully over the lush green canopies, like tiny dancers, performing nature's ballet. And there were also the gentle, hard-working local people, beginning a new day's work with familiar tools slung over their shoulders, occasionally pausing to smile kindly when they saw Lily and Dad pass by. Every sound, every image, every scent of the grass trees and flowers was a new and captivating discovery for Lily's young and eager mind. Their first destination on this promising outing was the family's lush, fertile garden, a vibrant space teeming with life where all sorts of fresh vegetables and fruits were in season for harvesting. Today, Lily had an important and meaningful task, an opportunity for her to showcase her diligence to help Dad harvest vegetables. First, she followed Dad to the verdant trellises of long beans, where clusters of long, slender, milky green pods hung heavily under the leaves. Lily proved to be very skillful and seemed to have a natural knack for this farm work. She carefully observed Dad as he demonstrated, watching how he gently selected the beans that were just right then, used his fingers to lightly snap the stem. Afterwards, Lily also imitated him, using her tiny but nimble and careful hands to select the young, tender green beans, avoiding any that were old or insect-bitten.
Ui, con bé
Once
con
she
ba
had
luôn
chosen
này.
one,
Trời
she
ơi,
gently
giỏi.
used her 2 fingers to snap
bắt
the
trước.
stem, detaching it from the vine, then carefully
này ra
placed
mới
it
ngon
into
nhá.
the woven
Dai.
bamboo basket Dad was holding.
Bẻ đi, bẻ đi.
Occasionally,
Bẻ.
Lily would pick a particularly large and
À.
beautiful bean. She would squeal with
Sâu.
delight
Có lấy hạt
and
kia kìa,
proudly
kia
show
kìa.
off her trophy to Dad, awaiting a
Yeah.
word of praise.
Bẻ đi. Như vậy thì ít đi nhỉ. Cất thêm ít để cho bé ăn đấy đi nhá. Nhá. Con ngồi đây ha, ngồi đây nhá. Để mất này. Này đấy đi. Ăn. Thế thì bây giờ còn cái cuối cùng này. Đây. Ngồi đây này. Ngồi vô. Ngồi đây.
After harvesting a basket full of fresh, delicious long beans, father and daughter moved to another section of the garden where rows of leafy green vegetables grew lush and abundant. The leafy greens were a vibrant, oily green, their leaves large, thick, and tender, looking incredibly appetizing and promising a nutritious meal. Lily was also very active and enthusiastic in helping Dad with this task. She bent down, using both her small hands to grasp the base of a leafy green plant, then used a bit of strength to try and pull it up from the ground. Although it was sometimes a bit of a struggle with plants that had strong, deep roots with persistence and a little guidance from Dad, like how to position her hands correctly and how to use her strength effectively, Lily also managed to harvest quite a few fresh leafy greens. Each time she successfully pulled up a plant, Lily would happily place it in the basket, feeling as if she had just completed a very important mission.
Nè, vào đây này. Ra đây kia nó cắn rồi. Ra đây kia nó cắn rồi. Vào đây ngồi đi. Kia nó cắn nhá. Được chưa? Nó mặt tí nữa rồi mang về nhá. Rồi đừng nhổ cái này lên nữa con đừng nhổ đâu nhá. Mai mốt mình ăn quả nhé. Cầm đấy. Cầm này nhé. Mỗi người một bó nhé. Nha. Ok, đi nào. Ơi. Đi thẳng con. Đi thẳng. Lily đi về thôi Lily. Cái ba này. Đi ra ba nào. Ở đây nhá, ở đây chờ nhá. Rồi để bác cắt đi cho nha. Đây ngồi đi, ngồi chơi này. Rau nhé. Này, chỉ đi vặt rau nhé. Đây đây, tuổi này. Này, ở đây ra con, ở đây ra. Kéo đi, cắt. Đúng rồi, bỏ xuống đây. Bỏ xuống. Này, cầm đây này. Kéo. Kéo. Đúng rồi, bỏ xuống. Kéo. Ui dồi ôi, chặt là kéo nha. Rồi, bây giờ cái này ba để ba rửa xong là tối nấu canh nhá. Bây giờ có lục đầu cái ly nhá. Nha. Ok chưa? Rồi đi ra ghế ngồi đi con.
After a morning of enthusiastic and productive labor in the garden, their reward was a basket overflowing with fresh, delicious vegetables, carrying the scent of the earth and the effort of father and daughter. Dad, Lily, and even a snow-white, adorable little goat, perhaps a special friend, an indispensable member of their small family farm, all sat down together to rest in the cool shade of a large tree in the garden. And how delightful it was that as a reward for her hard work, Lily was specially allowed by Dad to enjoy right on the spot the fresh, crisp, sweet long beans that she had helped harvest. Dad selected the youngest beans, snapped them in half, and gave them to Lily. Lily took the beans with both hands, took a bite, then chewed with relish and leisure. The natural, refreshing sweetness and crispness of the clean vegetables seemed to make her incredibly satisfied and content. Her eyes shone, and she smacked her lips with delight. The little goat standing nearby was also given some fresh green leaves by Dad, creating a truly peaceful rustic scene close to nature, where humans and animals shared simple joys together.
Ăn của Ly nhé. Đây, của Ly đây này. Không được, không được, không được. Không được nhá. Không được như vậy nhá. Nào, nằm xuống nào. Nằm xuống nào, nằm xuống. Nằm. Giỏi. Đúng rồi. Ngon Ly. Anh nhanh lên chơi anh hết bây giờ. Đi anh nhanh lắm, thấy không?
Returning home after the activities in the garden, Lily had another enticing discovery awaiting her in the family's familiar refrigerator. She skillfully opened the fridge door herself, her bright eyes searching. And then her target was quickly identified, a bright red dragon fruit, looking very appealing and inviting. Lily delightedly hugged the dragon fruit, a fruit she seemed to love very much with its sweet, cool flesh, and a fun scattering of tiny black seeds. She eagerly carried the dragon fruit to her little table and began the process of enjoying it. The sweet, refreshing taste of the juicy dragon fruit pieces captivated Lily. But it was precisely because of this fondness and perhaps a somewhat ecstatic, one uncontrolled way of eating that she inadvertently caused the characteristic bright red juice of the dragon fruit to spill all over the table and even onto the floor. The drops of fruit juice created colorful, abstract splotches looking like a rather eye-catching and somewhat messy artwork. Lily, after having eaten her fill, looked down at the scene she had created, perhaps also realizing that something was amiss.
Áo bẩn hết rồi này. Thôi mình đi tắm nhá. Bà ra đi tắm nhá. Đi tắm đi con. Đi. Đi nào. Ôi trời, thế là đi đây nè. Nè, thấy chưa? Nè. Đổ hết cái nhà lên chưa? Thấy không? Đi tắm xong rồi dọn này nhé. Hay sao? Mình lau xong đi tắm nhé. Đi, đến đây bạn trở lại đây thăm nhé. Đây đi. Rồi. Người bẩn đâu? Sợ chưa? Ly cũng sợ đúng không? Tao cũng sợ chứ. Nè. Đó, con lau con đi nhé.
Dad saw the masterpiece Lily had just created after her dragon fruit feast. He didn't scold or show any annoyance at all, but just smiled gently. Perhaps he was already quite used to his daughter's mischievous antics and little incidents. Then Dad patiently took a clean cloth and began to teach Lily how to clean up the mess she had made herself. Dad demonstrated, first showing Lily how to hold the cloth and how to wipe effectively. Lily was also very cooperative. She watched Dad attentively, then took the cloth and, imitating him, tried to wipe away the dragon fruit juice stains on the floor. Although her movements were still a bit clumsy, and perhaps the stains weren't wiped completely clean immediately, this was truly a practical and immensely beneficial lesson about neatness and responsibility for Lily. Dad stood by occasionally, offering gentle guidance, his heart pleased by her progress.
Sạch chưa? Rồi, con giỏi lắm. Được rồi, xong rồi, ba xong rồi này. Đúng rồi, sạch lắm rồi. Nha. Rồi, cất khăn đi con. Rồi, khăn ra. Đi ra đi ơi, giỏi lắm. Đây ba nè. Nè, tay cái nè, giỏi lắm con. Đi nè, có thay đổi đi nhé. Đi. 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 Đi đây kìa, thấy không? Cái áo con này bẩn hết rồi nè. Bây giờ bà lấy áo mới cho con nhé. Nè, lấy áo sạch nè, thấy không? Rồi con cầm lấy. Để bà lau tay cho con nhé. Con đi nhé. Này, đúng rồi. Cái mặt dơ nè, lau cái mặt dơ nè. Đây nữa. Rồi. Rồi để hai cái ly. Thích nha, thích nha.
Finally, after a long day filled with numerous activities, from being a diligent farmer in the garden, enthusiastically harvesting vegetables, to savoring the fresh spoils she had helped gather, and then learning to clean up after making a mess, Lily seemed to be thoroughly tired. Her clothes were also a bit stained after her playful antics. Dad gently changed Lily into a set of clean, dry, and comfortable clothes, perhaps her favorite soft pajamas. Then, Lily sought out her cozy, familiar bed, maybe her little crib, or a warm corner somewhere. She curled up, perhaps hugging a small teddy bear. Her big round eyes slowly closing, and quickly drifted off into a sound, peaceful afternoon nap, concluding a busy morning filled with joy, memorable experiences, and valuable lessons beside her ever-loving and patient father. Lily's sleep would surely be deep and serene, recharging her energy for new adventures in the afternoon.
Để lát ba đi giặt nhé. Này, giặt cái áo này, bẩn này. Thấy chưa? Thấy không? Này, bẩn hết áo rồi ha. Thấy chưa? Đó. Sao này, cẩn thận nhé. Rồi, một cầm cho Ly nào. Ê, ngược rồi, đây mới đúng chứ. Đúng rồi, thả cái này vô. Cái này nữa. Rồi, đúng rồi. Quần lại tí này. Rồi, đẹp rồi, chào mọi người đi. Con chào đi.
One afternoon, as the golden rays of the summer sun had softened their intensity and the air had become milder and more pleasant,
Cô cá ha.
little monkey, Lily dressed in an adorable green outfit, seemed to have been prepared by Dad for a new and exciting adventure. What was particularly noticeable from the start was that Lily was carrying a small plastic fishing tackle box, brightly colored, looking every bit the part of a true professional angler. Even though the box was perhaps a little oversized for her small frame, Lily clutched the box tightly, her expression full of importance and eagerness, as if it contained a whole trove of secret treasures.
Đây nào. Đúng rồi. Cô cá ha. Rồi đi nào. Đi. Đi làm đi đẹp kê cô gái nhé.
Father and daughter began their journey, leaving their familiar home behind. They walked together along a small, winding country path that led towards a lake probably not too far from their house. On both sides of the path, tall ancient trees reached for the sky, their lush green leaves rustling in the gentle breeze, creating cool, shady patches.
Chậm thôi.
Lily was visibly thrilled and energetic.
Đi nào.
At times, she would toddle ahead on her own, her small feet nimbly exploring every tuft of grass, every stone along the way, her mouth constantly emitting cheerful cheep cheep sounds. Lily's bright, intelligent eyes darted around, observing everything with boundless curiosity, from the colorful butterflies fluttering erratically to the tiny dragonflies gliding lightly over the leaves. Then there were stretches of the path that were a bit rough, or perhaps when Lily's little legs grew tired, Dad would gently pick her up and carry her in his arms, allowing Lily to rest a bit and view the scenery from a new, higher perspective. Lily snuggled into Dad's embrace, feeling his warmth and security, while still not forgetting to point and chatter excitedly about the interesting things she saw along the way.
Rồi, đi thẳng. Đi thẳng. Đi Lily.
Finally, father and daughter arrived at the bank of the tranquil lake. The water surface was as calm and smooth as a giant mirror, reflecting the clear blue sky and the soft, fluffy white clouds drifting lazily by. The air here was so fresh and quiet, with only the sound of the wind sighing through the reeds along the shore and the occasional splash of a fish far out on the water. Dad chose a shady spot to sit under a large tree, then began the task of preparing the fishing rod. Surprisingly and delightfully, today's fishing rod was rather simply and creatively fashioned from a sturdy, straight tree branch that Dad had just found nearby, along with a length of fishing line and a hook taken from the tackle box Lily had carried. Dad skillfully used a knife to whittle the branch smooth, then carefully tied one end of the fishing line to the tip of the branch and the other end to a tiny, sharp fishing hook. Lily sat neatly beside him, her round eyes intently observing Dad's every movement, appearing extremely interested and curious. Occasionally, she would reach out her hand to gently touch the makeshift fishing rod or play with the coil of fishing line, as if trying to understand how it all worked.
Nè, móc mồi đi đây này.
When the special fishing rod was ready, Dad took out a small piece of bread from his pocket. Perhaps this was the favorite bait of the fish in this lake. He broke off a small piece of bread, then carefully rolled it into a small firm ball, perfectly sized to be threaded onto the hook. The aroma of the bread floated gently in the air.
cá phải ngồi chờ nhé Ly nhé. Kiên nhẫn nha. Không bộ được đâu.
Afterwards, Dad and Lily held the fishing rod together. Dad graciously allowed Lily to hold the main part of the rod, feeling the slight vibration as the tip touched the water. Her tiny hands gripped the branch, her expression full of concentration and seriousness, like a true angler, awaiting the moment a fish would bite. Dad sat close beside her, one hand lightly resting on the upper part of the rod, to adjust and assist Lily when needed the other arm protectively around his little daughter, creating a truly warm and intimate picture. Father and daughter patiently waited together, their eyes fixed on the calm surface of the lake where the bait was slowly sinking.
Ly để ý nha cái phao nha. Cái phao giật kìa. Ly kìa. Nhanh. Giật Ly kìa.
The lake surface was serene, occasionally rippled by gentle concentric circles, as a light breeze passed over. Time seemed to pass very slowly, and then after a period of waiting in silence and hope, the miracle happened. The tip of the fishing rod in Lily's hand twitched slightly, then suddenly jerked down sharply. Dad quickly grasped the rod, feeling the weight and resistance from under the water. With his experience, he skillfully and slowly pulled the fishing line up. And there it was, a small fish, its body shimmering silver in the sunlight, was caught on the hook and struggling at the end of the line.
Một Ly ơi. Mất cái đuôi Ly này, thấy không? Mất cái đuôi rồi, thấy chưa? Lại nào. Đấy. Giật kìa.
Lily was visibly very surprised and thrilled to see the first catch of their fishing trip. Her eyes widened round and unblinking, staring intently at the fish still wriggling vigorously. Dad carefully unhooked the fish, cupped it in his palm, and brought it closer for Lily to see. She curiously approached her tiny hands, hesitantly reaching out, wanting to touch the fish's slippery, scaly body. Perhaps this was the first time in her life Lily had seen a live fish so close and so clearly. Curiosity and a touch of gentle wonder shone in Lily's clear eyes as she observed every movement of the tiny creature. There was no sign of fear, only the pure fascination of a child discovering something new and wondrous.
Đau đấy. Muốn đau đau hả? Con cá đau hả? Để ta thả con cá đi nhé. Thả đi nhé. Nhé. Để bà thả đi nhé. Rồi bà thả nó đi nhé. Tội nó ha. Bye con cá nhé. Bye bye.
After their exciting and surprising fishing trip, with the trophy being the small fish, perhaps Dad decided to release it back into the lake after letting Lily observe it, or took it home for their aquarium father and daughter, packed up their gear, and returned home together. Lily seemed a bit thirsty after the journey and the moments of excitement by the fishing lake. Upon arriving home, Dad had thoughtfully taken out a cool bottle of filtered water for her. Lily happily took the bottle using a straw to drink the refreshing water with gusto, quenching her thirst and regaining her energy.
Lily.
Hello everyone, eating ornaments.
At this time in the bright and tidy kitchen, Mom, a gentlewoman, perhaps Dad's wife, or another beloved family member, was busy preparing a very fresh and appealing salad for an upcoming meal. Colorful vegetables, crisp green lettuce, ripe red tomatoes, crunchy sweet cucumbers had been washed and were laid out on the cutting board. Lily, after having quenched her thirst, quickly ran into the kitchen, attracted by the fresh colors and Mom's activity. She stood beside the kitchen counter, her round eyes curiously observing Mom's every skillful movement. Seeing Lily seemed very eager to participate, Mom smiled and gave her an important but very manageable task to fetch a few more tomatoes from the charming little yellow mini refrigerator that was usually kept in the kitchen corner. Lily appeared extremely proud and delighted to be entrusted by Mom. She quickly ran to the mini fridge, used all her strength to pull open the door, then carefully selected the ripest, reddest, most succulent tomatoes. Afterwards, she solemnly carried these tomatoes and placed them into Mom's vegetable basket, as if she had just completed a very significant task.
Well done, Lily. Lily, you should clown it. Lily, come here. Sit here, please.
While Mom used a knife to slice the cucumbers into thin, even rounds, and then quartered the tomatoes into bite-sized pieces, Lily stood right beside her, her eyes never leaving the process. Occasionally, Mom would gently take a slice of crunchy, sweet cucumber or a tender, fresh lettuce leaf and offer it to Lily to taste test beforehand.
You want to eat?
Lily happily accepted munching on the fresh vegetables with great enjoyment, the cool crispness seeming to further awaken her taste buds.
Lily, can you try? How do you eat that? Yummy, right?
Mom continued her work, placing all the sliced vegetables into a large salad bowl, then gently tossing them together. Finally, Mom took out a bottle of creamy, rich white mayonnaise and drizzled it evenly over the salad. A colorful, fresh, and incredibly nutritious salad was completed, ready for the meal.
Lily, sit it for me. Now I will make for you. Are you okay? Lily, look delicious, right?
And of course, in this meal, Lily also had her own special portion of salad. Mom had thoughtfully prepared a pretty little plate for Lily, containing finely diced pieces of cucumber and tomato, perfectly sized for her little mouth, along with a few tender lettuce leaves. Lily was given a small fork, the kind specially designed for children. Then she, imitating the adults, used her fork to pick up small pieces of salad, slowly bringing them to her mouth and enjoying them. Meanwhile, Mom also sat beside her, leisurely enjoying her own portion of salad. The afternoon meal, though simple with its light and healthy salad, was filled with a warm, cozy atmosphere and the sweet joy of family sharing. Lily, after an afternoon filled with diverse activities from fishing with Dad to helping Mom in the kitchen, had probably had a very rich and memorable experience, learning many new things about the world around her and fully feeling the love of her family.
Lily, you should eat vegetable. It's good for your health. Let's eat. So good.
Đây, đi ngồi coi. Đây này. Lắm, đúng rồi.
One afternoon,
Rồi, được rồi, bà
when
chỉ
the
cho tí nha.
brilliant golden
Đây, đây,
rays
đây.
of the summer sun
Đó,
had begun to
ok
soften
rồi.
their intensity, giving way to gentle breezes carrying a hint of coolness, little monkey Lily was once again being prepared by Dad for a promising and exciting outing. Today, Lily looked particularly dainty and prominent, like a little princess ready to attend an outdoor party. Dad had lovingly dressed her in a charming frilly pink dress made of soft fabric, perhaps adorned with a few cute little floral details. And to ensure absolute safety for his little princess, throughout their journey, Dad also carefully placed a well-fitting blue helmet on Lily's head, complete with a secure chin strap. Lily seemed very pleased with this new outfit. She twirled around, admiring herself in a small mirror. After all preparations were complete, Lily was gently placed by Dad into the sturdy bicycle basket mounted at the front. The basket was lined with a soft cushion, ensuring Lily could sit comfortably and safely. Dad slowly began to pedal, taking Lily away from their familiar home, embarking on a journey of discovery. Lily sat obediently in the basket, her big round dark eyes eagerly observing everything around her. She seemed to thoroughly enjoy being in the basket, feeling the cool afternoon breeze gently ruffling her pink dress and the soft fur on her head, and watching the scenery on both sides of the road slowly change. The bicycle rolled steadily, taking father and daughter along peaceful village paths, perhaps unpaved red earth roads winding through the countryside, or small pathways shaded by green bamboo groves. Their destination today was a vast tomato field, an expanse filled with the green of leaves and the enticing red of ripe, juicy tomatoes. Upon arrival, Dad stopped, carefully propped the bicycle by the roadside, then gently lifted Lily out of the basket. Together, father and daughter walked into the middle of the straight, lush green rows of tomato plants. The tomato plants at this time were heavily laden with fruit, clusters of ripe, plump, glossy red tomatoes hanging heavily under the afternoon sun looked truly appealing and delicious. Lily was visibly very excited to assist Dad in this harvesting task. She toddled back and forth between the rows of tomatoes, her bright, intelligent eyes constantly searching for the ripest, reddest, and biggest tomatoes. Occasionally, upon spotting a desirable cluster of fruit, Lily would let out soft, joyful, cheep, cheep sounds, then use her small but nimble hands to gently pick each tomato, carefully handing it to Dad to put into the large basket he carried. Some tomatoes were a bit high up, and Lily had to stand on her tiptoes, stretching her body as much as possible to reach them, looking utterly adorable.
xem nào. Quả này ngon nhỉ. Rồi hơi dơ hết đất rồi này. Thấy không? Còn quả cái mất nốt đi. Hái nốt đi con. Đây nào. Đây đi. Đi con kia hái tiếp. Hái đi con. Hái đi con, mang bỏ đồ nào. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly, tiên đấy kìa con. Tiên thì hái con. Hái trên cao ấy. Đó. Đây Ly. Hết chưa? Đi về nhá. Còn quả nữa kìa. Thôi đi về nào. Con cầm vào đó đi. Cầm. Đây đây. Rồi được chưa? Đó. Thấy không? Từ bẩn đấy. Cái này về rửa
After
nhá.
a period of diligent labor, Dad's basket was overflowing with fresh, delicious tomatoes, the result of the excellent teamwork between father and daughter. The sun had also begun to dip lower in the sky, signaling that it was time to return. Dad and Lily together carried the basket of tomatoes to the bicycle. Lily, once again, settled into her familiar front basket, perhaps feeling very happy and proud of the spoils she had helped harvest. Dad resumed his journey, pedaling to take Lily home. However, on the way home, a small, unexpected incident occurred. While the bicycle was gliding smoothly along the road, suddenly, Dad's bicycle chain broke and slipped off the gears. This unexpected mishap caused the bicycle to lose balance, and both Dad and Lily had a minor surprising fall onto the soft, grassy verge by the roadside. Fortunately, because Dad wasn't going too fast and the verge was covered in thick grass, neither of them was injured. Lily seemed a little startled after the sudden fall, her round eyes looking at Dad with some concern, but Dad quickly reassured her with gentle words and a comforting embrace. Dad began the task of repairing the bicycle. He turned the bicycle upside down, then carefully examined the slipped chain. While Dad was busy grappling with repair tools, and the oily chain Lily didn't sit idly by. The ripe red tomatoes in the basket had tumbled out during the fall, scattering everywhere. With commendable quickness and awareness, Lily actively assisted Dad by picking up each tomato one by one, carefully wiping off any dirt, then placing them back into the basket, trying not to miss a single one. This small but very responsible act from Lily made Dad feel very pleased and warmed his heart, making him forget all about the recent incident.
Ui, rồi cảm ơn Ly nhé. Cảm ơn con. Đi về nào. Anh à. Về bắt sửa lại xe nhá. Xe hư quá rồi. Wow. Con Trang hả? Sao không? Thằng xe nó hư quá rồi. Bây giờ đi sửa nhé. Chắc về đi sửa ha.
When the bicycle was finally repaired, after some effort, father and daughter resumed their journey home. Perhaps Dad pedaled a bit more carefully this time. Upon arriving at their familiar yard, the first thing Dad did was to take the basket of tomatoes into the kitchen, then carefully wash each one under cool running water, removing all dust and any bruises, if any, from the fall. Afterwards, Dad and Lily embarked on making a wonderful and nutritious refreshment from these very fresh tomatoes, pure homemade tomato juice. Lily was visibly very curious and thrilled to watch Dad feed the clean tomatoes into the juicer.
Rồi, hết rồi.
Then she watched with delight as a stream of bright red, smooth tomato juice slowly flowed out from the machine's spout, carrying the characteristic fresh aroma of ripe tomatoes.
Rồi, đúng rồi đây. Đúng rồi. Mình thấy nhá. Mình thấy nhá. Mình sẽ xay nhá. Rồi. Bây giờ là mình cắt trái cây nè. Đây đây ba cái cây nè. Lấy cái cây đi. Đây đi. Đúng rồi. Cho chín rồi. Rồi. Được không? Ừ. Nè, xong rồi nhá, mình bỏ này đi này. Này, cầm này. Bỏ đây này. Đó, thấy không? Thấy không? Cứ cầm thử đi. Bỏ đây. Giỏi lắm, đúng rồi. Cầm đi. Bỏ. Bỏ đây chứ, đúng rồi. Nữa. À, đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Gì vậy? Gì Ly? Nè. Gì vậy? Ừ. Gì vậy? Bỏ đi, nè, cầm bỏ đi, cầm. Cầm đây. Bỏ. Bỏ. Ừ, giỏi lắm. Rồi, hết rồi. Được rồi.
After preparing a glass of delicious, nutritious, and appealingly colored tomato juice, Dad prioritized letting Lily enjoy it first. She took the small glass with both hands, then slowly sipped, savoring each mouthful. The clean, sweet taste, mixed with a characteristic slight tartness of fresh, pure tomato juice, seemed to wash away all the fatigue from their trip and the minor incident earlier. Lily drank with relish, her cute little lips stained a little red from the juice looking utterly adorable. Having finished her energizing glass of tomato juice, Dad and Lily went out together to the backyard, where a shady tree provided a cool respite to continue their afternoon play. Dad decided to give Lily another even more exciting surprise, an effective way to cool off from the lingering heat of the summer day.
Sai rồi. Đây rồi. Thèm quá hả? Ừ. Rồi. Từ từ uống nha.
Dad took out a small inflatable pool, the kind designed for children, perhaps, Lily's favorite toy. Dad used a pump to inflate the pool until it was firm, then slowly filled it with cool, fresh water. A charming, safe, and very inviting mini swimming pool was now ready for Lily to enjoy to her heart's content.
Đây nha, pha nước cho đi tắm nha. Tắm đấy. Em cầm khăn được con đi. Em đi này. Được rồi, đi này, đây đi. Từ từ đồ đi nhá. Trời ơi. Đây nha. Cho đi tắm nha. Đây là lần đầu tiên thấy các sợ nhỉ.
Dad gently removed Lily's dainty pink dress so she could be more comfortable in the water. Then he slowly helped her step into the inflatable pool. Lily seemed extremely delighted and thrilled to be immersed in the cool water. She used her hands to splash and play, creating small ripples. Dad began to bathe Lily, using a soft cloth and gentle child-friendly soap, lightly scrubbing her fur, removing any dust from their outing. Lily joyfully played with the water droplets, occasionally trying to splash water at Dad, creating cheerful, tinkling giggles that echoed throughout the yard.
Thấy chưa? Mát mà. Đúng không? Nghe. Đấy. Được không? Đây nè. Ui da ơi. Lục con. Nè. Đây nè. Nè. Bơi này. Đấy thì bơi nha. Bơi này, đúng rồi, bơi này, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm, đúng rồi. Này, bên đây, bên đây. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Bên đây nè, bơi đi. Đây đi. Đấy. Đấy. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm, bên kia nữa. Đúng rồi, giỏi. Đây. Đúng rồi, kia. Anh kia. Đây này, đây đi. Bơi sang. Bơi gì? Đúng rồi, bơi này, đây này. Bơi, đúng rồi. Đây. Đúng rồi. Quay lại đây nhá, ta bơi bên kia nhá. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, đứng đây nhá. Cái bông nha. Lạnh lắm không? Lạnh không? Lạnh bảo nhá. Đúng rồi. Nào, ở đây này. Ui trời. Được không? Được không? Ở đâu? Rồi. Xem chân nào. Lên đây nữa. Rồi, Ly. Bơi đi con. Đúng rồi, bơi qua đây. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Hụt cái nữa nào. Ui trời. Đúng rồi, qua đây. Giỏi lắm, đúng rồi, đi giỏi quá. Biết bơi rồi đấy nhá. Đấy, muốn mà hôn biết bơi đúng không? Giỏi quá, nhanh vào không lạnh nhá. Ra ngoài được con. Đây này. Ăn đi con. Đúng rồi, đến đâu? Con đến đâu? Lạnh không?
When the cool bath and water play session concluded, Lily was gently lifted out of the pool by Dad. Dad used a large, soft, and highly absorbent cotton towel to carefully wrap around Lily, then gently dried every bit of her from head to toe, not missing a single spot. The little monkey snuggled into Dad's embrace, feeling warm, safe, and well cared for. Perhaps Lily was pleasantly tired after an afternoon filled with so many fun and memorable activities, from the challenging tomato picking trip to making juice, and finally a delightful cool bath. It was truly a perfect end to a memorable adventure.
Đi